Welcome everyone to Think Tank Thursday from CafeFuel, the 9-step system that will show you everything you need to know to use the internet to grow your restaurant. My name is Brian Devine, and today we are talking about remarketing for your restaurant and why you should be utilizing it. Now, let's put this in some context because I want you to see where we are kind of on that 9-step system. We're all the way at the end. We're at the finish line. So as long as you've gotten all this other stuff in place, your foundation is solid, you've got the fuel pouring in, well, now it's really fun to start talking about that remarketing. So first, you have to know what it is, okay? So if you have ever gone and looked at like a new car, or you looked at a great new pair of shoes that you thought were perfect, whatever that item might be, if you went online and looked for it, and then all of a sudden you notice that it is everywhere you go, that is remarketing or retargeting. So that is interchangeable how you can name it. But it is important that you at least know what it is. So this is what we call like cyber stalking, okay? It's just the moment you land on a specific page that has a specific item, then that website knows it, and they can now follow you around the internet with ads that are specific to the thing that you showed an interest in. All right, and that's really, in a nutshell, all that you have to know about it. So the first thing that you have to do in order to take advantage of it is create your pixels. And you might have heard about all the stuff that's going on, especially with iOS, with Apple, and they're making it harder and harder to track things with pixels. That is true to a point, but there are ways around it. And so I don't want you to think, oh, well, forget it, I'm not going to do pixels. Just for ease of understanding, a pixel is a way for your browser to track pages that people land on your website. And you can track all over the internet, but it's something that happens on the browser side. So what's happening is that Apple is saying, hey, if you don't want to be tracked, click here, okay? And then they will stop all that tracking. Well, there are other ways that you can track, and that Apple won't do that. And we could talk about API, which is this interface that you can utilize. But the important thing is to at least get started. Get your Facebook pixel created and put it on your website. And then I highly, highly recommend that you also do your Google Tag Manager, because Google is also going to be able to follow everyone that lands on specific pages on your website. And if you remember, we've talked about running ads and then making sure that you don't just run the ad and then start again fresh the next day. No, build this pixel list and do it through Google, do it through Facebook, any other tools that you might have access to, so that you can start tracking those people, because it means that you can put an offer in front of those people based on the actions they've already taken. Okay, so I can talk for hours on this, but I just want to give you that basic concept so that you understand if somebody is talking to you about remarketing or retargeting, you know what it is, right? It's the way to follow you around. It is done on the side of your browser. Okay, so it's a little piece of code that goes onto your website or wherever you're sending traffic, and the browser is what gets tagged with the pixel so that you can then follow them around. So really, it's that simple. Okay, so number one, you now know what remarketing is and retargeting is, and you absolutely want to utilize it in your restaurant, because if you spend any time, effort, or money getting people to your website, well, you want to know who those people are. Now, they're not all going to give you their name and their email, but because of this little tool, they are essentially saying, hey, here's my browser, and you can follow me around and see what I'm doing on my browser. Now, I say see what I'm doing. You can't actually see, but the services that you're going to use for that retargeting to send ads and offers to those specific people, they're following them all over the internet. And it's not something that you have to understand. You just have to know the basics so that you can take advantage of it. Now, why do you want to do this in your restaurant? Well, because if you have spent that time, effort, and energy and money to get people to your website, well, now you can run ads to those specific people, and it's very inexpensive because you're not talking about a broad audience. You're talking about the hundreds of people that have been to your website in the last couple of days. So that is why it is so important that you at least understand the concept, understand the value, and then know some of the basics about how to get it all started. All right, that's what I want to cover today. I hope you found some value in it. If there's anything we do to support you, we look forward to doing that. And you can always reach us at CafeFuel Rocks and CafeFuel.rocks. And we look forward to seeing you next time on Think Tank Thursday from CafeFuel. That's it for me. Bye for now.